Okay, so this is a response video to the video titled Dr. Mcdougall interviews Dr. Atkins, high carb versus low carb. Um, okay, so if you don't know, Dr. Atkins is the author of the Atkins diet, and he promotes the Atkins diet, which is pretty much all meat, all the meat you could eat, and all the vegetables that you could eat. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's it. And pretty much what he says is that if you eat only meat and essentially zero or very, very, very low carbohydrates, that your body is going to constantly be in ketosis and burn all your fat. Just constantly burn your fat because your body is constantly in ketosis. Um, okay, Dr. Atkins is dead now, and he died from chronic heart disease. He died from heart disease, a disease that he claimed his diet would prevent. Okay, so how does that work? Why do people listen to him? Why do people take his advice? If he gives people advice on how to be healthy and he tells people to eat meat and no fruit, no carbohydrates because it'll prevent chronic disease. Yet he himself passed away from heart disease. Like, judge by results, not by theory. You know, people can write whatever they want and make their book on the shelf look attractive because it's all marketing. And people will just buy into it and believe it just because, you know, he's telling people what they want to hear, not what they need to hear. He's telling people what they want to hear, not what they need to hear. Okay? Now, whenever I was watching this video, I was scrolling through the comments and just like, you know, all the low carb people are just, you know, it's just nonsense. Where's this? There's a comment that I replied to. Let me read it real quick. Okay, here's a comment just from some random person. It says, very interesting. Humans cannot survive for long with 0% fat in the diet. Well, obviously, yeah, because we need fat. With very low carbohydrate diets, glucose tolerance is irrelevant because there is no need to tolerate 100 grams boyusis of glucose. Okay, I'm not sure this guy even knows what he's talking about, but okay, he says humans cannot survive with 0% fat in the diet. Well, obviously, if you're eating fruits and vegetables, every single fruit and every single vegetable on the planet contains fat. Every single fruit and every single vegetable on the planet has fat content and has protein content. Okay? People need to, you know, do their studying, and you know, they need to get educated about what they're talking about because they have no idea. They have no idea. They're just taking things that their idols and that their gurus say, and then they're posting it as comments, and they have no idea what they're talking about, and they don't have any evidence to back it up. So why? It's nonsense. But Dr. Atkins also claims that carbs make you fat. And, you know, look at me. I'm a runner, but I don't even train very often. Look at all the fat on my arms. I mean, it's just dripping off, you know. You know, just fat all over the place. Look at my chest. You can see my chest bones. You can see my rib bones. Not very good lighting, but you know, I ate. What did I just get through eating? I had 2 apples as like a little start off, which is like, that's not very many carbs at all, but you know, I'm a huge fruit fan. Um, but I haven't uploaded a video in a while, and I'm going more of the starch and fruit route because I'm in college. I have college tuition to pay for, college books to pay for, gas to pay for, a ton of stuff to pay for, and just for me right now, I believe for me the best option is to go the starch and fruit route because it's kind of expensive for me to only eat fruit. So, I'm eating rice and potatoes and quinoa and but I'll have fruit too. I do a mixture of the two. I'm sorry, I'm really full. Like I'm so satisfied right now because I just got through stuff in my face. But, for those of you who have viewed my videos in the past, I'm going more of the starch and fruit route right now because that's the best option for me right now because just my finances, I work a 20-hour a week job and I don't make the money to buy my food and pay for other things that I have to do. So for me right now, it's cheapest and it's best for me financially. I know that fruit is the best and that starches are a close second. But for me financially right now, starches and fruit is the way for me to go because and it works very well. I've done the all fruit before. I did it for a few weeks and it was amazing. But I just started to run out of money. And I love my parents, but they're not gonna sit here and pay $100 a week for me to just eat fruit, and I don't blame them. They're not gonna do that. So I have to support myself and buy my own food because I eat differently than them. They eat the standard American diet with meat and dairy and all that other crap that just gets in your stomach and destroys your health. So for me right now, starches are the way to go. And I just got through eating like a cup of dry rice. I don't know how much cooked rice that makes, but it's a lot. I fill up like a huge bowl full. And I cooked up some vegetables too. Threw that in there. Cooked up 2 potatoes, a side of that, and just kind of mixed it all into a big old platter and just chowed down. Threw it all back. Washed it down with some water. That's how it's done. I mean, I love eating. I love eating food. If I could eat all day, I would, but I don't have time to eat all day. I have other things to do. So I just eat a bunch at one time. But anyway, that's my little rant about Dr. Atkins and what he promotes. Um, so if you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below. I'll definitely respond because I don't have a big following right now, so I'll respond to any comments, any questions, anything that you have, or if you want me to do response videos to any other videos, leave that down in the comments too. And if you're a vegan, if you're a high carb, low fat guy, give this video a thumbs up. Man, my fingers looking a bit skinny there. Should probably eat less carbs or more carbs. Probably eat more carbs because that'll make me fat, right? My fingers skinny. Man, you can see my bones. I'm too thin. I need to eat less carbs. Oh man. Anyway, I love carbohydrates. I love running. I love exercising. I love living. I love eating. So that's it for me. Leave your questions down below. See you next time.